Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Blue, and we are back with another video. I wanted to give you guys something a little special, something that I've been working with for quite some time. I've always been improving this, and this is my UI. Some of you have asked me about my UI a few times. I do have a video about my UI, but I have been constantly making changes to the UI to make it better, to make it just perfect for Feral, and I would not be able to play Feral without it. I'm very dependent on it at this point. And what I want to do is I want to gift that to you all. I want to give you my entire UI, and before I do that, I will let you know that the UI will take some practice to get used to. I've tried to use different UIs when I first played Feral, and it's difficult. It does take a learning curve. For me, this was the easiest. This is what made sense to me, and I need to explain it so it makes sense for you all. And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to jump into this, and I'm going to explain it. And for those looking for this UI, I'm actually going to copy it in the description box. So look in the description box, copy and paste this UI. You do need weak auras for this to happen. The weak auras is an add-on to let you create these little effects that you see. All right, so I'm going to go over what exactly the UI entails, how to use it, what certain things mean, and then after that I'm going to do a little piece to teach you a little bit about weak auras. Weak auras is a huge subject. I don't know nearly as much as I would like to about it, but I'm going to teach you a little bit of things of what to do to customize it, to make things a little bit different, to change them without screwing up the UI. So don't worry, and if you do screw up the UI by changing it, just delete the whole thing, copy and paste it again, start over from scratch. That's kind of how I learned how to do these things. But that's it. Let's get into the video. All right. So the first thing I want to explain for you all is Feral is an energy-based class, right? Energy and combo points. That's what you see all the time on the screen. You see these little dots. These are my combo point indicators. They are empty. Right here on these right and left of me, this is just energy. They mean the exact same thing. They're going to drop down together. It's the same thing. So if I use a spell, you see my energy comes down. Okay, now I have 0. I can't use anything. These are my combo points. I got 5 combo points. Now, what I was thinking, what are the main bleeds of Feral? What are the main resources, the main bleeds I want on my target, right? Well, I want my Rake. Rake, you're going to see up here on the left. The reason it's on the left is because my Rake is on the left side of my screen, right? And then I have my combo point finishers on the right. So my Rake's on my left, and then my Rip is on my right side of my screen. Okay, so my main abilities, your main combo, your main bleeds are on the inside of your energy, very close to your energy, because you're going to be looking at your energy all the time, right? That's your main thing you're looking at. And then since they're so close to your energy, you're also looking at your bleeds. So I put it very simple right there for you. Now, something you will notice is you're going to see these black lines everywhere. What do these black lines mean? Well, in case of this one on your energy bar, there's a black line on your energy bar. This is where you should be applying your Ferocious Bite. So Ferocious Bite, it says finishing move that causes physical damage per combo point and consumes up to 25 additional energy to increase damage up to 100%, right? So you can do the damage, but if you hold it, if you make sure you have that extra energy, that extra 25 energy of what it normally costs, so 5 combo points, that's 25 right there. Finishing move that causes physical damage per combo point. Oh yeah, so it says it's 1 to 5 combo points, right? So it's 5 per combo point, so it's 25. And then if you do an additional 25 combo points, so if you essentially have 50 energy, you have a 100% larger bite, right? So that's right here. I will never bite under that. Sometimes you may see me biting on that on my videos because I'm sucking and I'm not waiting. With Feral, it's very important to pool. If you ever heard of pooling, that means wait for your energy. Okay, I'm waiting. Now I'm gonna bite. Okay, and that's that. So that's that. You will also see these lines. I have a line on my Rake. Well, what is that? That's the pandemic value. So I get a benefit if I refresh it. Okay, if I wait till it the last second and then I reapply it, it's gonna last for 15 seconds, right? Oh, it says right here. So this is my time, right? So let's do, let's go from the start. I just want to, sorry, some of you may already know this. So when I put this on here, 15 seconds, right? If I reapply it at this time, or if I reapply it anywhere sooner, it's going to get an added benefit, right? So now I got 19 seconds on there. Okay, the value where it will not increase anymore is this. So if I do right here, it's still going to be 19 seconds. If I do it right here, it's 19 seconds. If you do it right here, that's 19 seconds. Anything below that will be less than 19 seconds. So here's your best part. You should do it right around that line, okay? Now let's talk about Rip. Rip has the exact same thing. As you can see, they're the exact same location, okay? Because everything on my screen is parallel. I have it really symmetric. So these lines are going to be the same. Now let's talk about your extra bleeds, okay? The bleeds that are not going to be, aren't your real main bleeds, but you're the extra bleeds, right? Well, you got Thrash. Thrash is also on my left side, right next to my Rake. So you got Thrash Timer, you got that Thrash Pandemic value, okay? So you're going to refresh it right around there or below then to get the added benefit. Okay, what's the next extra bleed? Well, that's Moonfire. Moonfire, of course, is not a bleed, but it acts just like a bleed, and it still has a pandemic value. Every one of these has a pandemic value. So we're going to refresh that, which I'm not hitting, and we're going to refresh our Moonfire. Perfect. Rip, Rake, done. Okay, there's not a lot more I can teach you about this specific thing. These are your bread and butter. Now we can go on to specifics. So, sorry, that's not what I wanted. If you are running this build in particular, and what I mean by this build, I mean Blood Talons. There are extra things that you will need for Blood Talons, okay? One is when you finish a combo point, or when you finish a big combo move, you will be getting an extra cast of Regrowth or Entangling Roots for free. I have an indicator right here. So it tells me when I should use this. I should not use this when it's like time too late and I try to regrowth. Oops, I'm out of my cat form. That's happened plenty of times. I'm sure it's happened to you before. It sucks, okay? So we do not want. I need a timer on there to tell me, oh shoot, I need to regrowth really soon. Boom, I regrowth and I'm done. Now, what happens when you regrowth? When you regrowth now, your next two abilities increase your damage by 25%, right? So I'm showing it right here. Oh, okay, my next damage is 25%. 1, 2. I don't have an indicator showing me 1 and 2. You pretty much know after you use your regrowth, your next two abilities are going to be it. So that's going to show me a time. So, and that's beneficial because sometimes you want to you initiate with the regrowth, right? And then you stealth, and your opener, you go in, you rake, and then you moonfire through your rotation. I know I did one rake as a combo point. Now I got 20 seconds to moonfire until my rip applies it. Done. Now they're done. It's exhausted. So that is beneficial right there. Also on this weak auras is the actual Tiger's Fury and your Incarnation. If you are not running Incarnation, it's still going to show up as Incarnation. Don't worry. It's just the same thing. It's actually your Berserk. I have it as the same picture. So if you don't like this at all, you don't have to have that on there. I actually look at this. I sometimes look at this down here, but this is, I like it right there. I like it really close. And that's also right next to my regrowth and other procs. So it's just right here, nice and handy. Okay, so now let's talk about something else. Let's say we're running a different build, right? So this is a pretty good build right here. Now I'm going to show you what I've been doing for some parsing videos. Okay, so parsing videos, it's all about Savage Roar. So now we have an extra thing to put in the rotation, right? We got our Thrash, we got our Rip, we got our Rake, Rip. We don't have Moonfire in this case. You can still Moonfire if you want it. But now we need to also navigate for one other thing. Let me get through this rotation really quickly. Well, what about my Roar? My Roar is right under the combo points. Here it is right here. Also, as you can see, is when I pop my Tiger's Fury and Incarnation King of the Jungle, you're going to see a timer. This timer is how long it's lasting you, okay? So you're not looking up here, oh, how long do I have my Incarnation for? 10 seconds. It's right here. Get all your casts off within that timeline, okay? And then here's the cooldown right here. I got 1 second. I'm gonna pop it. It's gonna show right here. How long do I have to use it? Boom. Use it real quickly. Let's go. Quick, quick. Nice. Oh man, I need more Savage Roar. Boom, right there. Okay. That's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will tell you, it is a learning curve, okay? It's going to be so helpful, especially if you're... Nope, I got this locked. How do I unlock this sucker? I know it's right here. I just can't see it. Move frame, unlock, right? If you're looking up here for your combo points... Oh, good lordy. Right? Where was this guy? I don't even remember now. If you're looking all the way up here for your combo points... Oh. This is going to help you so much. If you're using that box and you're used to it, there's a big weak auras box for Feral. It's really cool, really complex. For someone learning Feral, it was too complex for me, okay? Very complex. For me, this seems simpler, easier to understand. I don't know if it's easier for you guys to understand, but it's also really nice because when I'm going through my videos, it's just so simple. I don't have to look up what is above this target's head. I used to try to do that as well, right? I was like, oh, I gotta look about what's above this target's head. Well, sometimes this target is a monster and he's so big and I can't even see. So I guess now I reapply Rip, but I don't know the pandemic value. Looks like this one's next. You know, it just starts getting out of order and you gotta look. It's just so much easier when I look down here. I wasn't even in. See what I'm saying? I'm looking up here. I'm not even focused on what's going on down here. So it is extremely helpful. Okay, let's gonna go through here really quickly. I don't want things to get too long. So I'm going to open up my weak cores by typing in, so you type in command, you type in /WA for weak cores, right? Here we go. This is the weak cores I'm giving you. I got quite a bit of random stuff in here. I'm going to give you Feral Group. I have all my different stuff in here. So Feral Group, you're going to open this sucker up, right? First thing you want to do actually is go in the Feral Group. Go to, you're going to have, you click on Feral Group. And all this stuff pops up. This is what I'm giving you guys right here. Go to load. Go to player class. So make sure player class is here. Go to player name. So mine's set to Blue Fossa. I'm going to take this off because I'm going to copy this and I want to give it to you, right? Actually, I can keep this on there. So you guys are going to be in your Druid class. So it's only going to load when you're Druid class. And I'm also going to do talent specialization, Feral. So it's only going to load when you're in Feral. That's really nice because you don't want this crap popping up when you're in Resto or anything like that. Resto actually wouldn't be bad for kitty weaving. But still, you don't want to see all that. I got different add-ons for my different stuff if you noticed. So I'm going to keep this on here. So the only thing you have to do, just go to player name and just type in your name. Make sure you capitalize the first letter and do everything exactly how it is. So this is what I'm going to be giving to you. Now let's open it up if there's anything you may need to change. So I have everything specifically named. This really helps me figure out. So I got my rip time. I got my rip debuff. This is not my rip time. That's my rake time. Goodness gracious. Fire and your thrash. Okay, I think it's pretty good right there. You got these guys. Say you don't want these guys. Delete. Okay? Not a big deal for you guys to be changing it up. If you guys want to learn how to use weak auras, learn like this. Very easy. Start changing things up. Start figuring out how I did this. You know? Start copying your own. You're like, hey, I like this, but I don't like that. That's how I did it. And then it's like, it's not even a big deal. If you mess up, delete the entire thing, go up here, delete this group. I'm not even going to mess with that because I'd be pissed if I did that, right? Delete that whole thing, recopy it in. Okay, you don't like these bars on here. Maybe you just like looking at your own stuff. You got your own stuff set up. Fine, do your own thing. Maybe you don't like where it's at. Maybe you want it a little closer to the combo points. You could do that for sure. So I'm going to go right here, view everything. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you do have any questions, on display, especially a lot of this stuff, it's very orientated. Oh, I got my timer right here as well. I don't know if you guys noticed. I got times for everything. It's very, very helpful, especially for Feral. So if you guys want to make something else different, whatever, try it out. Let me know if you guys want to do something else. Let me know how you want to make a weak auras in the comments, and I will design one for you. I'm always trying to make something better. If you got a great idea, let me know. Something else you can ask me to incorporate is I actually deleted it. I don't want to confuse anyone, but for the longest time on my Feral, the only big Azurite piece I had was meticulous spending or meticulous scheming. And what that did is you had to proc. It was a proc chance, and once that chance happened, you had to use 3 different spells. And then once you use 3 different spells, you get a haste buff. You may see that in some of my videos, some of my earlier videos, and that would show up right in the middle of my screen here. It would show up first of like, hey, it procced. Now you got to do your 3 spells. So I know like, oh shoot, I got to cast 3 different spells. You know, sometimes I might even just be casting random stuff. I don't know. I don't know if I tested it and actually works, but when that happened, I would be popping Survival Instincts, and I would also be popping Skull Bash just to try and get the proc, because sometimes on your builds you might not even be running 3 different spells depending on what it is. So it's just a really scary Azurite trait that's really strong, but if you don't proc it, it's really weak, right? So I'd make myself my own weak cores. Let me know if you guys want me to make your own weak cores, make some weak cores, and I could copy that in. That'd be sweet. I wouldn't mind doing that. But that's it for today. I hope you guys really enjoy it. Thank you guys so much. Also, you know what, for like the community, you guys are really cool and like really down to earth and really really awesome. Like I really appreciate it. I love reading you guys' comments. You guys are really kind to me, and I appreciate it. And this is just me wanting to give back to you guys. You guys are awesome. Good luck, everyone. I hope this really helps you guys do really well at Feral.